Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. The weekly recap of ETFs, looking at different stuff, uranium, gold, silver, oil, you name it. We will take a look at where we are on the weekly chart, and you can do with it as you may. As always, like, subscribe, comment, agreeing, disagreeing, it's totally fine. I'm all ears. So yeah, let's get straight into business on this Friday here. The market has just closed 1 hour ago, give or take. And we will start out with the gold miners, the GDX. Yeah, nothing major to report here. What has my interest is this squeeze coming up right here. Hopefully that is the path. Again, we came down here a bit for the week into that blue. Long term, we will make it white, actually. That white support, and you can see it's just that, what is it, 30 bucks, give or take, is a big level. Again, this triangle here will decide a big move for gold and silver. I have my bias, and it is to the upside. Again, we have to wait and see, but definitely looks nice. Also, the GDXJ here. That's the big one to take out. We have now had 4 connections to that line. I think the 5th time here we will go, getting above roughly 40. Go time for the miners. Again, we have to wait for confirmation, but that is my take. The silver miners, same thing again. We have a similar golden top band here, and we're coming in a bit deep back into the inside of that golden channel right there. However, if you go to a nominal scale, you can actually see that we are retesting it right now, that big trend line. Same thing for the SILJ, coming a bit deep here. But if you go on a nominal scale, you will actually have retest between those two and that bottom. So that's sometimes what you get when you use log scale. But overall, I think log scale is way better compared to the nominal chart. But anyways, we're still having a perfect band here. And I think at some point in time during 2024, we will have our big moment for the silver miners together with silver and gold. URA is toying with the most outer wick-to-wick trend line here, actually a bit below. So yeah, again, you can see the long-term red resistance here. That is the big one. That is the big go level above that. Beautiful. We might take a bit of a detour here and then maybe go higher, but definitely I think that will break at some point in time. We cannot have the miners being so cheap compared to the uranium spot price. It doesn't make sense. URNM, that is pure uranium miners, as you know. I just posted, also did a video, but anyway, next week we will hit that blue, very, very important trend line, and we're coming sideways in. That's usually where we bounce to the upside, because we are having a soft entry. The angle is quite low, and that's usually a bounce to the upside. If that happens, game on. Getting above here, into the 50s, game on for the miners. Going back to URA, look at that red resistance that will now be broken. So very intriguing time, next week. Maybe next week. That will be intriguing. URNJ here again, also at a pivotal point. You have the lower here standing there, a lot of support. You have an internal right there in some sort of wicked blue bullish channel here. Again, just waiting, in my view, that this could be the end, the time where we blast higher. A lot of support. So hopefully that is the case. I will be delighted to have this recap in a week and saying that we have done this bounce, or maybe in 2 weeks' time, depending on how fast it goes. But definitely want to look for lithium. Again, we have the 2011 highs there acting as support. So we broke down from this golden triangle there, breakdown, retest. For now, resumption. Again, we haven't taken out the breakout lows. So as long as we are within this triangle here, you don't do anything, in my view, below. That's bearish. And then we will actually get a buy signal when we touch, in my view, that big long-term parallel uptrend. So roughly, if we get there at roughly 42, give or take, that will be a beautiful entry if we break down here. Or if we can get back above into the wedge, then that's a different scenario, but that's also very, very bullish. EWC, the Brazilian miners, looks fantastic across the board. Looks really, 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 really good. If you look at this unit, we haven't even taken out the 2008 highs. We are still we are still roughly 66% below the 2008 highs. And we are just breaking all levels right now, all channels. That golden here has been broken many times, but also we are coming back in. But finally, that blue triangle squeeze right there, breaking out on a weekly, excuse me, also the monthly, obviously. But as you can see right there, breakout, small retest, looks really, really good. You get 6% dividends. Beautiful. Nvidia. Again, this is not an ETF. I know. Still in the green uptrend, and we're just pounding on that $500 level. I'm thinking this about Nvidia. If we break that upper 500 and we go for a massive move, that will be, of course, insanely bullish for the SP 500, the tech sector. But overall, it will be insanely bullish. However, if we have Nvidia, which is how big is the company? $1.2 trillion. That is just massive. If it starts to collapse here, yeah, not good. OIH, that's oil. We have broken the green uptrend here. You can see we broke it there. Haven't made any lower lows yet. So again, you shouldn't be worried. You can see here, if we add in, let's make it red just for fun. And then we have that one here. So you still have that sort of rising wedge here. And you can see you have broken down in the blue wedge coming up, test the lower side. So a lot of stuff going on here. And we want to hold that breakout low at roughly 290. So depending on what oil will do here, we will see what happens. Oil did have a great day, but still in a downtrend. XOP, long term, I still think inverted head and shoulders in the making. Whoa. And we had a bit of a preemptive breakout here. Didn't look complete, but still, ever since, we have just been grinding down here. Still overall bullish-ish take. And hopefully we can start to move to go to the upside here. Higher high, maybe higher low. If we take out that neckline there, XOP will be fantastic. POTX, again, a sector that is hated. However, the first real attempt here to break out, deep retest, and now some sort of bear flag. However, my take is that if this is an inverted head and shoulders, I'm ready. But other than that, I'm just staying on the sidelines, watching what can happen here. I think if you take the MSOS ticker, that's also Cannabis, that looks really, really good. So two different charts in the same category or in the same sector. This is SOXX, semiconductors. You can see here, that's the high breaking out, failed retest. So this for now should be a bit scary for most people in my view. The big moment comes in when we retest that high here, the 2022 high, 23, and now we'll have a retest here, roughly 5% from now. That will be a big one. It really is. Also note that rising wedge here again. If it confirms and we go up, doesn't matter, but definitely that is the make or break trend line in my view. If that breaks, so does the market with high probabilities. At 10, again, holding the 2020 highs there just before the March 2020 collapse. You can see we're holding it here. We have 1, 2, 3 impulses, lower lows in a giant bull flag, giant bull flag. So yeah, also looks quite decent here. Again, maybe it is a bit overdone on the daily, not quite, but still, again, this looks at some point in time we will probably break that upper, and then it is go time. But you can see here we came into our green supply zone here, and we're getting rejected. It also comes in from over here, so that's why I have it in there. XLE, the energy sector, weekly here. Nothing happened literally. We broke that blue wedge there into the green support, which is ideal, and we just wanna like that. So every time we touch, we just bounce a little bit less, and then boom. That meaning oil and gas mostly will break out, will have huge gains. But again, that's the energy sector, and that will help URNM, meaning the uranium miners, and the spot price obviously as well. XLF, to my surprise, really, we broke to the upside. Oh, we broke to the upside here, made a higher high. If you go to the daily, I'm pretty sure this move is is very overdone. I'm looking for a pullback. How deep? The deepest we can go, yep, could be a roughly 15-17% drop from here for that retest. But yet again, the first support will come in here at roughly 35. But definitely I wouldn't be a buyer here. Let's go to the daily to show you. You can see the RSI heavily overheated. So that's for now nothing I will. You missed the move, fair enough, but at least have a chance to buy the pullback if you keep looking at it here. Same thing again for the XLRE, the real estate sector. Again, to my surprise, huge breakout here, higher high, and now we're probably going for some sort of higher low attempt. Could be, a roughly that band right there. That would be an ideal entry to look for if we're getting that bounce. And then we have the higher low and higher high, which is the definition of an uptrend. But definitely pullback in the making, in my view. XME breaking out fantastically, late 2021, beautiful. And yeah, a bit of a small retest here. And I also think we are just pulling back quite a bit here. But again, we have broken a massive golden band, which is nice. I haven't looked at the longer term stuff, but definitely that is a good start for the metals and mining. You also have a lot of iron, copper, all sort of stuff in this sector. So overall, this is just a view of how the mining sector as a general is doing. Gold and silver, obviously, as well. I think we can read it here somewhere. What is in there is just, I cannot read it there. Doesn't really matter. But okay. COPEX, again, a bit of an iffy chart, a bit difficult to grasp in my view. Again, we have the highs here, which is still far, far away. And we came into our green demand zone here. You can see it coming across and we're bouncing. However, maybe a bear flag in the making. I don't know. Again, it is a bit difficult to chart for me. So I will not go into too much details until I have clarity in this one. SPX, double top. There it is. And we are now going for that retest in my view. We'll come in at some major double support at roughly 4,540. That will be the big stand of 4,550. Thereabouts. That will be the big retest moment in time right there for the SPX. Same thing for the NASDAQ. We actually made a false breakout here. And now we're having that very, very important test at roughly 15,800, give or take. That will be a big important level to hold, and then we can go higher. If we start to get below, we have a false breakout above the previous all-time high. Not ideal at all. Fan, that's the wind sector. I want to show you some long-term stuff here. We bounced at our double support, which we also talked about when we were there. That's a long time ago. That's 3 months ago. And we came all the way up. Massive move here again. I think the daily is way overdone. Yep, that is way overdone. And we're coming into a resistance line coming down here. So how I would play this, I would watch what happens within this triangle there. I'm definitely in the camp that we're going to see some sort of pullback now. If we can break out, beautiful, that's bullish. If we can't break out and we go to the downside, bearish. So this is your bullish, bearish, especially when and if that low gives in. That's insanely bearish. Hydrogen can't seem to catch a break. Downtrend channel here, downtrend, bear flanking, not ideal. At some point in time, this will break out, but it is not tomorrow, just to say the least. That was all. ETFs overall, very quickly, weekly. Again, if you have any questions, anything else, you have a different view, comment below. We can have a chat. And as always, follow me on Twitter. I do these, I post stuff like this daily basis, sometimes too much. It is what it is. So have a great one, guys. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.